Good morning.
Good morning, Rory. How are you?
I'm very good this morning, and you?
Fine, thank you.
Perfect. You look to have a nice fresh white T-shirt on. Looks very nice.
No, it's a Liverpool kit.
Ah,
You see?
yeah, that's a nice top. Is that a new jersey?
It's away jersey this year's.
Oh, it's very nice. I didn't see it before. It looks very good. Are
Thank
you a Liverpool fan?
Yes. In Premier League, I support Liverpool.
Mm-hmm. Is Mo Salah Turkish? No.
No,
No.
Egyptian.
Oh, Egyptian. Yeah. So I like to watch Liverpool. I like Klopp. I think he's an interesting character.
Yes, actually, I like the history. I have been supported Liverpool, I think, since 1980s.
1980s. Okay.
Yes, I saw so many good players. I watched so many games. I'm
John.
very addicted to Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen.
That's right, Robbie Fowler.
And before them, I like to watch Jan Rush, Stan Collymore,
John Barnes,
Steve
Bruce
McManaman,
Grobbler, Peter Beardsley.
yes, Beardsley,
Yes.
and also Graham Souness.
Yes.
Also, he was a former manager of Galatasaray Turkey.
That's right.
And I'm a fan of Galatasaray, so because of this relation also, I like Graham Souness and Liverpool.
Yeah. You can say as a European.
We have a nickname for Graham Souness here.
What?
We called him Ulubatlı Souness.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's funny story. There is a character. It's a myth. It's not proved, but there is a character in the history during the conquer of Istanbul.
Uh-huh.
A man named Hasan, and the town where he came from is Ulubat. So we called him Ulubatlı Hasan. The Hasan from Ulubat. Okay. And he was the first man put the Turkish flags on the castle of Byzantium, the Constantinopolis. Okay. It's a character. So when we won a game to our major competitor Fenerbahçe on their pitch after a cup game, I think, and the Dean Saunders, I think, made the goal, former Liverpool player, at that date playing for Galatasaray. At the end of game, Graham Souness just took a Galatasaray flag and go to the midfield of the Fenerbahçe pitch in their stadium and dig the flag into the rock. Okay. And there's a picture about it everywhere right now. And after that day, we all called him the Souness from Ulubat.
He's a character. He's very fiery, very passionate, very working class.
Yes. He was not a good manager. Still today, not a good manager, I think, at all, because he doesn't have any success with any club as a manager, as I know. But at that date, we won a game. It was a good game, and now for all Galatasaray supporters, he has a different, how can I say, different place in our heart.
He's remembered in folklore.
Yes.
Yes, I understand. Do you know the player Roy Keane?
Yes.
So just as you said, Roy Keane was a bit like Souness, a great player, but never really made it management-wise. Sometimes that happens. Good players don't always make good managers. But he's now a full-time commentary position in British. And last night, Man United was playing Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yes, I watched the game.
And the goalkeeper was very poor for Man United.
Yes.
And at half-time, Roy Keane is quite unusual in the fact he says what he believes, whereas most commentators, they're so nice. And Keane said the goalkeeper last night was playing that bad. He wouldn't even allow him on the bus back to Manchester, make him get his own taxi. But Keane is a very passionate footballer, a great footballer, but never really made it in the management, Yes. So it ends, and it still remains to be seen if Ollie got it.
Totally different job.
Yeah.
Management is not about only football. It's about management. It's about managing so many parameters: media, supporters, club, financial, the psychology. Not only it's about tactics, it's not about only for training. Picking also some players. This is so important. Sometimes for good players, it's not so easy to pick other players because they have also a little bit ego.
That's right.
It's not easy to pick someone to put your team because always when you play football or when you play a game, when you make sports, you always compare other players with yourself. Even you retired with your former days, so it's not easy to make judgment.
Yeah, I can
This
understand.
is
I
my
suppose
theory.
it relates to
This
business.
this is my theory. I don't know.
So I can understand that. Yep. So I can. That I can think that's doing well in management, but then he has an awful lot of money. Is Zinedine Zidane, with Real Madrid, and he's with a good club, so maybe it's not as difficult to manage a very good club as a club that's up and coming.
Yes,
I don't know.
You cannot generalize. For example, Guardiola was a very good, very successful player, but now today's in this era, maybe he's the best manager, maybe best manager of all time.
Yeah, that's true. I like him. He's a nice guy.
Yes.
So he lost his mother.
Yes.
His mother
This
died.
year he lost.
So this is a negotiation lessons too.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you just at the beginning here, actually, this one here, childcare. Does that come up much in your business? Dealing with maternity leaves, absence of leave when rather the woman becomes pregnant or the man becomes a new father?
Actually, we have an official day off time. If you are a mother about to be, meant to be, you can take a day off on some paid durations, some unpaid durations. For example, you can take 6 months, 6 months day off, unpaid. But also, I'm not sure. I don't remember the law. But 1 month time or 2 month time could be paid.
Right.
For fathers, 3 days. 3 days,
3 days.
Paid day off.
Right.
When you have a baby, you have a right to use 3-day paid day off.
3 days. Okay.
For example, when I have a baby, it was Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday are obviously holiday. So I just use Monday and Tuesday, 2 days.
Right, I'm back to work Wednesday.
Yes.
Right, and for the women, they get 6 months unpaid leave.
Unpaid.
Yeah,
Unpaid leave, but I don't know the duration of the paid. There's a time they have been paid, 1, 2, or maximum 3 months. But if they need to use 6 months, they can use 6 months. They can also choose 3 months before the birth, 3 months after the birth, or 6 months after the birth. Or they can adjust how they would like to organize. Because of for everybody, the health conditions can be different. Maybe you have a very tough pregnancy, so you need to use 3-4 months before birth. But if it's a normal, you can go to your work till last day. Then to feed your baby for I don't know, breasting or something.
Breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding. You can use the 6 months after the birth. But if you would like to, for example, just use 2 months, okay, you can use 2 months, then you can go back to work. It depends your economic conditions and your position in the company, whatever.
Okay, I have a question for you. It's not so personal, but I suppose it's a little bit personal. So if you don't want to answer, please don't answer. Say you're working in a business and you've been there 6, 7, 8 years. everything within the business is you're very happy with. You're very happy with your salary. You're very happy with your team. You're very happy with the growth of the business since you became manager. Is there something inside you will always say, no matter how comfortable and good things are, you need another challenge? So after X amount of years, do you move to another company? Because what's more important, the challenge or the financial security?
First of all, I don't understand why you think it's a personal question, and maybe I don't want to answer. Why?
So well, I suppose
didn't you know me after 5-6 times sessions?
So it's like I tell my girlfriend every morning.
My middle name is Challenger.
Challenge. So I told my girlfriend every morning I have this guy from Turkey, and I said he's like a cup of coffee to me, because after 30 minutes speaking with him, I'm totally wide awake, ready for the day.
Be careful. Maybe you would like to change your girlfriend.
So no, I'm quite happy.
I'm not kidding. Okay, yes. Actually, first of all, companies, okay, we give our lives to companies, the private investors. And we always expect the same from them. But it's impossible, because companies are not a charity. Companies are organizations to make profit. So, in some time, if you believe that you lose your your
drive, ambition.
You lost your ambition, and if you see that the day is the same day the day before, so you think about to change something in your life. It's not only in your business, because naturally, as a human being, we all species have feeling like to be boring. Somehow we need to change because we are not matter. You know, in physics, matter is a conservative thing and try to protect its shape, its position, its location. But we are not a matter. We are not only a matter. We are also have soul. We all have also feelings. We all have some passions, ambitious, and plans, and we are not the same guy like before. We always change, especially. For example, last time we have spoken about it. Today's decision could be fair, could be okay, but in the future, maybe we will regret about it. We might. Or maybe in the future, we might say, oh, thank God, I got a decision in the past. We don't know, because we don't have any ability or capability to see future. So, of course, in business life, the average duration is, if you stay in the same position, same company, everything is same, 2-3 years time. But it's average. It depends who you are, depends your characteristics, depends the organization. For example, if you work in a very dynamic organization, for example, nowadays I am looking for a company. I don't share the name with you, but I'm looking for a company. I'm trying to apply some positions in this company. It is very active. And every day is so different, very dynamic company. So if I succeed to be hired in this company, if they won't fire me or any big problems happens, probably I will retire from that company after 20-30 years, because I know I won't have any chance to be bored.
Right.
So dynamic. But in a classical managed company, probably in 2-3, maximum 5 years time, you will be bored. You will search to find new success, new successfuls, to new achievements, new goals, new people, to rebuild the system again and again. So yes, for example, my former company, while I was working for Fujitsu, it's a very well-known brand. Of course, I have some problems with the management, but if I continue, they probably would like to continue with me. They try to change something in the company. I opened, we fight, okay, but if I would decided to continue, I could. But for this actual company at that time, it was very very new company, very new brand. It's a startup project, very lean startup business. So it's a challenge for me to try myself to build an unknown 0 kilometer brand, 0 kilometer company, to build the team, to construct the whole company. It's a chance for me to try myself, to test myself. Could I do this or not? So it's a hard way, and I choose the hard way. And I always choose hardest way because I always think about myself and try to push myself. It's a philosophy like Michael Jordan. If he saw something difficult, okay, let's go to deceive it. Let's go to win the fight. If there's a fight there, okay, I will be in there and to solve all issues, solve all problems. Whenever a newspaper wrote about Michael Jordan, okay, he played well, but he couldn't, for example, took so many rebounds. The next day, the next game, Michael Jordan will be the most rebound winner.
Okay.
And after that game, they wrote another thing. Okay, Michael Jordan has a problem about 3-point shoots. Okay, next game, Michael Jordan make the most 3-shoot points of game. These kind of things. Whenever someone challenged him, he fighted against them.
Okay,
Sometimes it's not a good characteristics. It's make you tired. Probably it cause you die earlier. But if you want to be GOAT, greatest of all time, whatever you do, sports, business, even you just make a cake in your kitchen, you should be full 100% concentration. So, okay, it was a challenge for me, and I choose this challenge. I constructed the team, constructed the company, constructed the brand awareness, and make some success sales. And now I'm boring because it's routine right now. So I need to change. I need to try myself out of Turkey, another country, another company, another people, group of people. So that's why I'm using Cambly to develop my English to be adapted if I find a chance to work abroad. This is my
What about going into? Did you ever consider your own business, setting up your own business?
Yes, of course, but you need money for investment. You need a good idea also nowadays. If you have a good idea, for example, on internet, something, maybe you don't need so much money. But it's a capability. It's not a capability of organization. It's also capability of managing so many parameters, and one most important parameter for this kind of thing, luck. Or the conditions, economical
right place, right
time. Yes, you have to. Also, you need some money. For example, it's a physical product investment. You need money to bring product, to buy product. For example, in my business, AC business, I can run my company, my own company, but I need some investor or money to bring products from factories. So for marketing, I need investment, money, to build a team and to survive some time before starting sales. So I always thought my own business, of course, but I believe I will be more effective if I build up or develop an organization. This is my ability. Building a company is not so difficult. It's easy. It's easy. 5 minutes in Turkey. 5 minutes. But you need to have an idea. And actually, people build their companies with an idea. And my friends, I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't have. I have so many ideas, but I don't have one that I can transform this idea to a trade product or trade service to make money, to build my company.
Yeah. So does it matter to you what industry you work in, so long as it's a company that you think you can change and improve?
I change the industry. I change.
Yeah. It does. It's what motivates you is the changing of the business.
I'm a science fiction lover, so I always dream about future, and I always dream about technology. So if I saw something traditional become traditional, I decided to change.
Okay, so yeah. So there's science fiction that you always liked from when you were now and growing up. It sort of incorporates into your business plan, your business ideas as well.
Of course.
Yeah. So what age did you start working?
Sorry, what?
What age? How old were you when you first had what was your first job? How old were you?
I am 42. I was started working professional life during the university time. I worked for a huge German giant called Siemens.
Right.
While I was a student in university. It's not a part-time job, it's a full-time job. After job times, I went to school and participated to lectures and passed the exams. And during that time, I also finished my class at the number 1 of my class.
Number 1.
With the highest rank of graduation degree. And because of this, I also could have chance to continue 4 years school, engineering. But before this, at the age 10, I start to sell reading books, used books, second-hand books.
Really?
Yes. At the age 12, I worked in a bicycle shop to repair bicycles. At the age of 12, I can repair any kind of bicycles. And I sell bagels, bagels, Turkish kind of bagels. While I was child, I worked as a waiter at the age, I think, 13 or 14. I work as a waiter. And these are but
so our
very
childhoods
short time
different.
Jobs. Yes, very short time jobs.
Yeah.
And these
Our
are
childhoods aren't no
only
different.
I just enjoying, not to need money. I didn't need money just to join. For example, my cousin was working for the guy in a bicycle repair workshop. So okay, if my cousin could do this, I can do this.
Yeah.
I just started there. I didn't ask the boss, can I start here or can I help you? I just went there and took some tools in my hand and start to help them. And at the end of the day, he started to pay me.
Yeah. See. But this shapes you, because also from 14, 13, I was cutting grass and one garden led to another garden. And then by the time I'm 19, I have 4 guys on a Saturday and we're cutting grass. But it shapes you as a person. It gives you an appetite or an insight to responsibility. You understand the working environment. For instance, my girlfriend has never had a part-time job. Her first job was at 24 years of age, and I was like, "You've never worked as a waitress or in a shop." And it's more and more uncommon in developed countries. I think younger people having waiter or waitresses working in a shop. But I think it's very important.
It opens your eyes to the business life, to the money, to the economy, to the country where you live. you start to evaluate things with a different angle, different perspective when you start working. This is so important.
So I think it shapes you as an individual. So
Yes.
it does. My friend, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy tomorrow, your free day, and I'll speak to you next week. Okay.
See you then. I hope
See you
so.
then, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.